Hey guys, welcome back to part 2. I feel like my homa is clearing up, so I sound a bit better in this video. We're going to Rwanda. They've allowed us because we're cute. Part 2 is all about our initial destination, which is Rwanda. Honestly, Rwanda has my heart. It's such a beautiful country, the land of 1,000 hills, because everywhere is just hills. There are hills and valleys, and those hills and valleys create such a scenic viewpoint, especially of the city and at night. So you're standing on one hill and the city is on another hill, and then you just see the lights. It lights up like a Christmas tree. And just throughout my tour and drive around Rwanda, I just kept being like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. Oh my god, the hills are like a nice emerald green color, and then the streets are so clean. One thing about Rwanda is it's clean. It's super clean. The streets, they're well manicured. You barely find any takataka, any waste or like piles of trash along the way. Another thing that stood out to me is how well organized they are. So from the speed limit to the security there is top notch, to like at the bus station, the bus leaves every 30 minutes. It leaves regardless of whether there are people or not. Like, you get a ticket, and it's buses like to everywhere, so you can be able to plan your time accordingly. And that really helped us in this trip, because there was no chance, like we didn't leave things to chance, because we knew if the bus leaves here at 6:30, then we'll be here at like 10:30. Another thing I really enjoyed about Rwanda, of course, is the people. The people are so nice and kind and polite, and everyone just wants to help. And then the weather is pretty much like Kenyan weather. It's a bit breezy and sunny during the day, but before you go, of course, confirm the weather so that you know how to dress and pack appropriately. But I felt like the sun was hitting different. The sun was definitely hitting different. Like, there was that Kajua Maju-ish. That's not Maju, you know. So just a quick disclaimer, throughout this video I'll be talking about Rwandese franc and Kenya shillings, and the conversions I'm going to be using are rounded up. It's just easier for me to round up the figures. You can confirm on Google. Please don't come for me. Please take off. Angie's mad that we've been here all day. We haven't. Me, I'm excited. I feel like my adrenaline is trashing. So we crossed the border at, it was like 12:30 at 12:30. Now it's like 5:30. We had problems with COVID, testing, quarantine. We have to go for quarantine for 1 day.
You're being nice.
It doesn't make sense. Me, or the situation has been worse. Yeah. Or the situation has been shit. Has it though? Has it? We got a really nice doctor.
So nice.
He's so nice. And like, it's been frustrating, especially on this one. Honestly, behind the scenes, without Angie listening, I'm having a blast. A B for blast. How she's so stressed. But that's the kind of a partner you need in your life. Someone who will be stressed when you're enjoying the vibes. The vibes. So we're here to talk about healthy friendships, because we have hacked it
over the years.
what is the what
balance. If you get angry like
like her,
and then like me, we need balance. That's what I've learned today. Because if we are two who are like have my personality,
and if we were two with my personality, we'd have gone back to Uganda and stayed there for like 3 more days, and then decided to go to South Africa maybe with no money. And then come to Rwanda and found a husband, and then go back to
These men are good. Like, are we coming back? Are we coming to Kenya? Are we coming back?
Do you have anything else to say?
No, look for your opposite also in a partner. We've decided we'll get married
and raise children platonically.
Yeah.
Abandoned warehouse vibes. That's the vibe today. Okay, pause. At this point, we were irritated. I feel like this is the first time in the trip that I got really irritated. And it's because we were really tired. At this point, we had been traveling since Sunday, but we were taken to a government recommended facility, and they didn't really give us any information on where we are going. We were told we were going to a certain restaurant, and they didn't give us options. Rather, we didn't ask for options. I wish we had, but we were taken to a place that looked like it was someone's house, and they were trying to convert it into an Airbnb. It was a pretty decent place. Like, at the end of the day, the compound was nice, the security was nice, the place to sleep was nice. They also gave us food and breakfast in the morning, and actually, fortunately, in that place we slept. Now that I think about it, we ended up making friends who drove us all the way to Kigali. So it was like, it ended up being a good thing that we ended up in that place. But I wish they had given us more information about what to expect, because when we got there was no, this is going to sound so bratty, there was no Wi-Fi, there was no hot water, which are things we're all used to. I am used to bathing without, instant showers, but I just wish that we had that information before. Morning. So today is Thursday. Oh my goodness, Thursday. We left Kenya on Sunday. Spent first day traveling, Monday in Kampala, Tuesday traveling through Uganda. Then yesterday we finally managed to cross the border into Rwanda. And then we got our COVID test, because unfortunately I am not vaccinated. I don't know why. I've just been procrastinating. I wish I was vaccinated. The moment I get back to Kenya, I'm going to get vaccinated. But anyway, so we took the test and we had to spend the night here waiting for results. It's actually kind of cute, but there was a bit of confusion yesterday that was very annoying, because they didn't tell us where we were going. They didn't tell us what to expect, what we were going to eat, and we are like new here. We felt a bit scared, but we had been assured that the security in Rwanda is very good, so we had that in mind, and they delivered. So show you the place. I might not show you the whole place, but just the outside and where we spent the night. It's quite cold here, quite cold, hence the layering. We are currently waiting for the results, and then after the results we are going to take a mat to Kigali. Hopefully today we'll be able to go to Lake Kivu. Hopefully, depends on what time we get to leave here. So cruising. this what is called a kabanga?
Yeah, it's a kabanga. You know kabanga in Kenya?
Alright, so I realized that some people are here because they would like to do such a trip and be able to budget for it. Since we were staying with family in Rwanda, I don't have exact figures about how much accommodation or transport around or food would be, because a lot of the things that we did there were taken care of by family in Rwanda. But because I like you guys, I've done a bit of research, and also as I was on the trip, I knew that I was going to make this video, so I did pick up a few budgets that will help you budget if you're going there just like that. So first of all, Rwanda is quite affordable, even a bit more affordable than Kenya. So for accommodation, I usually use booking.com or Airbnb to find nice affordable places. I have checked on booking.com, and in Kigali you can get a place for as low as 1,000 to 1,500 Kenya shillings for a night per person. So you see, if you're going like as we went two people for 4 days, that would be about 8,000 in accommodation Kenya shillings. Of course, when you're going to Airbnb and booking.com, do your due diligence. Ask, is there Wi-Fi, is there water, how's the place, how close is it to Kigali, and all those things, and just so that you get an idea. I feel like accommodation is the most important thing. The second thing, of course, is the food. You can find food for as low as 1,000 Rwandese franc. That's about 100 shillings, 100 Kenya shillings, and of course as high as maybe 6,000. We ate some really nice fish at the beach, and they were 2 tilapia fish with fries and a salad for about 6,000 Rwandese franc. That's about 600 Kenya shillings, which is quite affordable. So of course, the tips on eating if you're on a budget trip, don't go to the likes of Serena or Radisson Blue to eat. Of course, eat like the locals, travel like the locals. You can eat outside, you can eat in small restaurants. Actually, that's the best way to travel and get the whole experience. When you're living and interacting with the locals, you can be able to get more culture, get more flavors, get more all those things. So that's how mostly us we were eating in local places all around, and I got to explore so much food. When you do go, try out the isombe is like cassava leaves that have been boiled and fried in peanuts, palm oil and all those things, and it's really good. Also try out the ugali. The ugali is made with cassava and the texture is a bit different. That stood out to me. Also, there's a lot of street food for as low as like I don't know, 600 Rwandese francs. That's like 60 bob. You can find samosas for around 200 Rwandese franc. That's maybe 20 bob in Kenya. So for the food part, if you're on a budget, you're totally covered.
There's a crack up on the ceiling, tickles and it's touching wood. I'm waiting on those summer nights in San Francisco, spend my time in San Diego. Show me all the places you know. Don't care if it's a little town in Tokyo. I'll get around with what we know, as long as I can keep you around, yeah. I'll keep you around as long as you do. I'll keep you around.
So on these 2 days, we spent most of our time there just exploring the city, driving around. We went to a couple of memorials. I didn't really take any videos of such places because I felt like it was not right to. So if you do go to Rwanda, check out the memorials, even if you're not checking out the main one. Learn a bit about the history of Rwanda and just, I think, understand their history and their culture and all those things. They're great places to visit. Most of the ones we went to were free, so you can check them out. We also visited a couple of art galleries. We visited a museum. We visited, of course, the market. We also went to the conventional center that is stunning and drove around the town. As I've told you guys, the town is just, it's so beautiful to drive around and just see the artwork and the well manicured pathways and lawns, and it's great. It's great.
Time in San Diego, show me all the places you know. Don't care if it's a little town in Tokyo. I'll get around with what we know, as long as I can keep you around, yeah.
So this is also another mall.
I'll keep you around as long as you do. I'll keep you around as long as you're down. I fucked this up. No exit for us. I fucked this up.
I think it's transport. So again, we did have a mode of transport, but for the days we did use buses and motorcycles. Motorcycles are around maybe 1,000 to 1,500 franc, as low as 500 depending on where you're going. So that would be around 50 bob to 200 Kenyan shillings, just like here in Kenya. And then for the buses, it's around, maybe we went to some places that were about 1,500 franc to 3,500. So it ranges there between like transport between 50 Kenyan shillings to like 400 Kenyan shillings. And because also Rwanda is quite a small country, you will find that transport between places is quite affordable because you're not going too far.
We are in Kigali, what's it called? Convention Center, the equivalent of the KSC in Kenya. It doesn't look though, but this place is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. And then I feel like this sun hits different. Like I feel like I'm in the abroad. I feel like I'm in the abroad because look at that quality.
We did in Rwanda was, of course, go to the market. I mean, go to a country, go to the market. We wanted some souvenirs that were quite affordable. I couldn't take any videos in the market, of course, but the market there is just, it's so organized. They were selling even like mushrooms laid down, like how we lay down nyanya. Me also intrigued by the market, honestly. I felt like a child in a what's it called, a candy store. But these are some of the things I got. So first I got this oven mittens. These were about, for the pair, about 3,000 Rwandese francs, so about 300 Kenya shillings. I also got this cute bag. You see, it's a bag, but let me show you the magic. When you open this bag, this was about 2,000, so maybe 200 shillings, and it becomes a grocery bag. So I mean I also got these lovely paintings. I think for both of them it was about 300 Kenya shillings, so 3,000 Rwandese franc. They came as a pair, and I don't know where to put them, but I like art. Another thing to mention about Rwanda, the art scene is so beautiful. On the way to Kigali from Nyagatare, as I had mentioned earlier in the video, we made a few friends who took us to Kigali, and along the way we met their friends, and they are all artists. They had been commissioned to paint like walls around the towns. So they were talking about the art scene in Rwanda, because we got really curious. As you're driving through Rwanda, you see art, like there's so many galleries, so many sculptures, so many beautiful paintings on the wall. So we got curious, and they told us that their government really supports the art scene over there. So you find that there are a lot of progressed artists and people who do art for a living, which honestly for me, I felt like it was so nice because I'm an artist. So that was refreshing. I also got a couple of these to give my friends and family as souvenirs. These ones, they're just pieces of wood with fabric, rich in Rwanda. And then finally I got this bag. It's like a travel bag. This was about 5,000 Rwandese franc, which is about 500 Kenya shillings, and I thought it was a nice steal. And I got all this from a market called Kimironko. Let me confirm. Kimironko market. It's in Kigali, so you can find it easily. So on our last day to Rwanda, we went to Lake Kivu. Initially we had planned to go to Lake Kivu on the first day we arrived, which was supposed to be Tuesday, but it ended up happening anyway. So we went via public means. So to get to Lake Kivu from Kigali, you get a bus from a bus station called Nyabugogo in Kigali. I'll put the name here. Also, I'll leave all the details in my blog post so that you can check it out and save it and use it whenever you need to use it. So you get a bus. We were advised to start quite early because we wanted to go and come back on the next day, because now we were leaving for Tanzania on the next day. So we got at the station at around 6:30 a.m. and we took the bus for 7. So the buses leave every 30 minutes. don't miss the bus. So go to the they're like those stations. You see like those offices in a bus station, and also the bus station in Rwanda is quite organized, so you can see the signboards written easily. Don't let the touts confuse you, because they'll put you in a bus that might not be going to where you're going, and then you don't have a ticket, and then now you're stranded. So you go to the office, you get a ticket. A ticket was 3,500, I think, so about 300 Kenya shillings. Gisenyi, where Lake Kivu is about 4 or 5 hours, and again, it's quite a scenic route. We stopped a couple of times along the way. You can have like some refreshments, coffee, whatever you like, and we arrived there at around, I want to say about 11-12. From the stage, we took a motorbike to, I think it was called Tam Tam Beach Restaurant, but there's so many restaurants along the Lake Kivu, so you can ask the people on the motorbike like where should they recommend. Ask for the restaurants that are quite far inside, so that you can get the chance to do the ride along the lake, which, oh my god, it was so heavenly. I almost shed a tear. Anyway, so you pay around maybe 2,000 franc for a motorbike, maybe around 200 Kenya shillings, and that view was stunning. And then when you get to the beach, because it's a restaurant, you get into the restaurant, you can buy your drinks, you can buy your food. We bought drinks and food and maybe spent around 500 Kenya shillings per person for like fish, drinks, alcoholic drinks, soft drinks, and all those things. So it was quite affordable. So we took a boat across the lake that was about maybe 5,000 Rwandese francs. So it took us across to the other side. We went and dipped our feet in the hot water. That was so nice. I think we paid around 1,000 francs to get into the place where we could dip our feet. And like the whole trip to Kivu wasn't that expensive from Kigali. I think with a budget of around 1,500 Kenya shillings, you can be able to go and come back seamlessly, and it will be fine.
There's a crack up on the ceiling, tickles and it's tested. I'm waiting on those summer nights in San Francisco. Spend my time in San Diego. Show me all the places you know. Don't care if it's a little town in Tokyo. We'll get around with what we know, as long as I can keep you around, yeah. I'll keep you around, as long as you belong. I'll keep you around, as long as you're down. But I fucked this up. No exit for us. I fucked this up. You just had enough fun. Baby, take your time. We could build a paradise. Holding secrets in your eyes. Let me in just one more time. I'm waiting on the summer nights in San Francisco. Spend my time in San Diego. Show me all the places you know. Don't care if it's a little town in Tokyo. We'll get around with what we know, as long as I can keep you around, yeah.
water. Please describe the water, Angela. It's hot like a heater.
I'll keep you around as long as you do. I'll keep you around as long as you do. I'm fucked inside. No exit for us. I'm fucked inside. You just let it no exit for us. No exit for us.
These are our last moments in Rwanda. We are going to the border called Somo, and then we try get into Tanzania. So hopefully the next time I do this, we will successfully have crossed the border to Tanzania, and then from Tanzania we go to Kenya. So I'll keep you guys updated. Better if it was hot. bakoresha telefone bakaza akanyenyeri magana inani abashyiraho urwego ubundi bagakurikiza amabwiriza witegereza kubikora ku munsi wa nyuma kuko kumenyekanisha uyu munsi ubundi ukazishyura igihe icyo ari cyo cyose mbere y'itariki 31/12/2021 uzuza inshingano zawe uyu munsi wije mu minsi mikuru urebye uhagaze neza cyane ushaka ibintu usobanura hanze amagana Rwanda Revenue Authority kuri 33 kandi urira again yatubwira bati ba ingagari na gorira again amahirwe adasanzwe yaje asanga gorira again ubwo rero ikisabwa ni uko ugomba kuba ukina muri gatatu zitandukanye hamwe na gorira again hanyuma jackpot ishobora kunyura amafaranga agera kuri 10. Maybe cassava flour, so a mixture of cassava and plantain, and then kneaded, and then deep fried, so it's quite oily. I don't know whether you can see my oiliness. Oh, also we bought them hot, so that's cool.
So lastly, we left Rwanda on Sunday to go to Tanzania. So the plan was to go to again Nyabugogo bus station, and then now we were supposed to take a car from there to the Tanzanian border. I'll leave the name here. I've forgotten the name of the Tanzanian border. The reason we decided to go through Tanzania is because we had already seen Uganda, and we were just like, we felt like we didn't want to go back the same way. Also, we felt like it would be a bit further from where we were to go back, which I don't know how true that is, but we just wanted to see Tanzania. So on the third part of this story, we are going to be seeing my journey from, again, we left Kigali at around 6:30 a.m. and by 7:30 a.m. we were on a bus and we were out. The journey to the border takes about, again, 4 to 5 hours. So we got to Tanzania around midday, and then that was the end of our journey to Rwanda. So in the next part, I'm going to be talking about our journey through Tanzania. There was no actual reason why we decided to use Tanzania. We just felt like we had already gone through Uganda and we wanted to just cover another country on our way home. So I hope you enjoyed that second part, and I'm going to come back with the last part where I'm going to show you my journey through Tanzania and maybe wrap up with a few tips and things that I have learned on this trip. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Bye.